This is now the largest fire burning in the country, and the flames really not letting up at all. Here's the very latest numbers. It grew by nearly 50,000 acres over the weekend, bringing that total to now more than 115,000 acres. It's 48% contained, but we're told it could be weeks before this fire is out.
We've got team coverage for you this morning on this huge fire. Ian is tracking the latest weather conditions that firefighters will be dealing with today. But first, let's go out live to Erin LeBeau. She's at the Fire Command Center in the town of Miami. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. Yeah, we're about 30 minutes out from a briefing with the latest numbers and updates on the Woodbury fire. Like you mentioned, this fire has covered more than 115,000 acres. 48% contained now, which is the good news because yesterday that was 25%. And joining me here, I have Jerry Perry just to give us a little background about what exactly crews are doing here today. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, so we have this map here. Kind of walk us through what is the strategy here as far as this fire is concerned?
Well, fire managers have had a plan in effect since this fire started to isolate that fire and try to keep it within the wilderness area. For the most part, they've been able to do that. In the places that it has come out of the wilderness area, they have now completed the erection of barriers up here along the Highway 188 corridor to protect it, to keep it from moving into values at risk, homes and businesses along that corridor. The fire has burned down to those, and because they did some burnouts along there in previous days, there's no more fuel. It's not going to be able to move north there. On the eastern side, they've done quite a bit of work in here now, and they're going direct on those fire lines, cold trailing it, making sure there's no hot spots in here. And because of those activities, we've been able to increase the containment percentage this morning pretty drastically.
Now, something that was really interesting to me, where you were saying that crews are actually going and putting their hands in the soil and the ash to determine if there are any hot spots. Talk a little bit about that.
Yes, we call that cold trailing. The fire has reached in some of our barriers in here and into some really country that's not really conducive to the fire burning as well. So the crews have been able to go direct in here, and they actually get down on their hands and knees and put their hands in the ashes to figure out if there's any heat within about 60 feet of the perimeter of the fire. If they find hot spots, they'll extinguish them. If they have anything of any significance, they'll bring in a helicopter using a big bucket of water and drop water and cool off those spots. It's part of the process of making the lines contained to be declared contained so the fire can't move out of there.
All right, thank you so much. We appreciate all your help. All right, guys, we'll have more information about that evacuation order as well as when some of these roads may or may not be able to open. But reporting live in Miami, I'm Erin LeBeau for Arizona's Family.
All right, thank you, Erin. So important to look at those hot spots. They can linger for weeks sometimes and then reignite and cause big problems. This is what we're looking at for today. We'll be in the low 100s and around the fire, maybe upper 90s. Southwest winds 15 to 20 miles per hour. It will be a breezier day, trying to push the fire to the northeast, but a lot of work's been done on that northeast end, as Jerry was saying there. So last Monday, the fire footprint, that was 37,000 acres. And boy, this thing just exploded in 7 days. Most of the fire growth was because of really strong winds that pushed it to the northeast. The night shift has been working on this thing to try to keep it from jumping 188 right here. Experts are hoping we can try to get some monsoon rains in to help with recovery.